Welcome to lesson 19 of the One Tao State training course. Now in this lesson we're going to be applying self-observation to a Kung Fu exercise. Now you can do that with any of your actual exercises in whatever sport or martial art you may be doing, but we're just going to do it with cross punching because it's a very foundational basic exercise in Kung Fu, specifically from Wing Chun, where you're doing the chain punch but with a partner. So I'll get Mel and Jono to square off to each other, stance and guard on, and they're just going to go through cross-punching exercise, and I'm going to guide them through self-observation. Now you can do this from home as well by just actually punching in the air and following the directions of where we're going to observe. So make sure you keep your punch up as well. Yeah, still want to keep correct technique. And start now by just observing your body. So watch the body. How does it feel? Do you notice any tension points? Does it feel loose or tight, or how does it feel in the different areas? Do you feel balanced? Where's the pressure in your feet? The way we're using self-observation here is kind of like you're watching yourself from above or from the corner of the room, or like you're watching yourself on television. Now observe yourself on an emotional level. This is a much more active form of self-observation. Now watch from the mental level. Any thoughts, ideas, images? And now just watching your whole being, like you're just watching yourself from above or like you're watching yourself on television. Just take note of what's actually going on within your space. Remember, nothing's wrong nor right, you're just watching what's happening without judgment. And hold it there. Good. We can jump over there as usual. So as you can see, the self-observation is something which is just more you do it whilst you're doing something that you practice. And what observations did you guys have?
At first it felt a certain level of detachment.
Yeah.
From what I was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you say detachment, what do you mean?
That I was a third party observer.
Yeah. And how did you feel on an emotional level, being a third party observer?
I felt fairly detached, like my emotions were, I didn't feel that I was part of it.
Did you have, would you say, let's just put it simply, was it a positive or a negative feeling?
It wasn't, I would say more neutral to...
Neutral?
Maybe a little bit negative sometimes, where I was observing and thinking about different things, but...
Okay,
yeah.
Because the reason I ask is because Jono's brought up an important point. Self-observation, we don't want to think of it actually as detachment. You want to think of it more as non-attachment. Detachment is when you're kind of detaching yourself from everything in a kind of apathetic way, like you...
I guess I felt more non-attachment.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
I probably used the wrong word.
Yeah, because detachment is more like you're detaching from all the things in life and you become apathetic, and and non-attachment is though it's on, but you're not bought into it. Like life is happening. You're in the world, but not of it. You're not, buying into all the stresses, arguments, complaints, negativities, arguments, debates. You're there and you can be a part of it without attaching to it.
Yeah, for example, I felt a bit of just a slight pain or sensation in one of my heels, and I just sort of looked at it, but it didn't worry me. And then at times I felt a bit, a little bit of contact on the forearm, but it didn't worry me.
Got it.
So I was aware of it, but it didn't.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, good. I think another good thing we can remember that self-observation does is that it starts just from a physical level. You can start to notice, okay, where are the tensions in my body? Because if you're to release something or to let go of something, you need to be aware of it. You can't take something out of your pocket and drop it if you don't know it's there. You're not going to do anything about it. But when you know it's there, you can go, oh, okay. How about you?
It was good. I could very clearly feel the difference between like the different levels. So like I could feel when we were doing physical, I could feel discomfort in my body, like my shoulders were starting to get tight. And then I could notice that like each level was linked. So then when we went into the emotional, I was like, oh my God, like I could feel a bit of anxiety come up because I could feel the pain in my shoulders. And then when we went to thoughts, I'm like, oh, how much longer is this going to go for? So it was like all those three things were like all linked. So it was just interesting to see that and to see that distinction between the different levels, but how they're all they were all linked. So
interesting.
Yeah.
And the good thing there is that obviously you came to it with a sense of non-judgment because you're smiling while you say it, which
it was like I was aware that I was having those thoughts, but I wasn't getting caught in the like you said, John, I wasn't getting caught in it. I was just observing them that they were there.
Yes, exactly right. Well, that's a big part of it. Is we want to let go of judgment or self-criticism and just observe oneself, because a lot of the time we think we should be doing something, or I should be doing this, or I should be better, but really you just want to actually pay attention to what's going on, and through observation things naturally start to change in themselves.
Interesting.
Good. Any other observations or comments? Okay, great. If you do have any questions, comments or observations, once again please put them below, and we look forward to seeing you in our next lesson.